good fights, and we're going to get the fighters up so we can really give an opportunity for you, the public, and the people, the press, to be able to, you know, make the analysis and total, spread the word to Friendly for Life that a great happening took place here in the MGM Red Gardens today, and I'm very happy and excited, you know, putting boxing back into the hands of the people.
Don, what did you think of Amir Iman's performance?
Maldonado will not be here, but I just want to say it was a pleasure and an honor to be working side by side by a Hall of Fame promoter like it is Don King. All of us at Golden Boy, it was great, Don. We put on some great fights. I think the fans, the media saw it. And this is what happens when the best fight the best. You put on great fights, boxing wins. Amir, I salute you, congratulate you. New champ, undefeated. Hey, kid has a bright future. Give it up to him.
Thank you. Guy they call the young, what they call him, the young what? Master. The young master. Well, incredible. Boy, he proved himself tonight.
Don't get sick.
Not only did he win fighting, and I can understand all not being here. I just hope that nothing is seriously wrong with him.
Make sure you tell me you look
But the young master had to do his job. Had the audacity to knock him down. You know what I mean? That's unheard of. A young master can't take that. You know, so he didn't. And so that's what really makes the difference in his championship bout. I mean, but it's just been great working with Oscar De La Hoya's company, and we're looking forward to great, bigger and better things. And so it's when you have what he just said, when you have the best fighting the best, you can't get no better than that. But give it back to the people so they say when is the next one. And that's what we were here to do. And the Grand Gardens was just electric, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, we didn't have a week or two to promote the fight, but even at that, you know, that's not an excuse, that's just a fact. You have to do what you have to do. You take the cards you dealt with, you play them, you find it, take it like you found it, and leave it like it is. You know what I mean? So it's just great. I'm very happy to be here for this show, the way the show went down and how the people received the excitement of the best fighting the best. You know, and then as you know, that word focus over the ring called upset always is there. So that's what makes it a real wonderful evening of boxing, where man-to-man, no time out, you know, run out of gas, no gas station in sight. You have to deal with it, man. It's right there. It ain't nobody else gonna bring it in. So we are really excited about boxing, and I hope they continue to let it be with the people.
Don, before the fight, Amir said he wanted to fight Adrian Broner, Danny Garcia.
Oh, yeah. Well, we had 8,453 people out the crowd, and if we'd had a little bit more time, and other than 2 weeks, we'd have had that place been a sellout. But the other ones that were here, be apostles.
Good question.
Spread the word, the Friendly for Life, that we saw boxing back in the hands of the people, and no one could be prouder. You know what I mean? And so this is what got to be done. So all of you become apostles tonight. You know what I mean? For those who didn't get an opportunity to be here live on the scene, I hope and pray that they checked it out on the screen on Showtime. You know what I mean? And that's what the rest really at, when you have a great network like Showtime that's willing to be able to put itself out to have the best for the best, and that best is the people.
Don, before the fight, Amir said he wanted a big fight after this one. He wanted Adrian Broner, Danny Garcia, someone at that level. Is that the kind of fight you want to see him in next?
Yes, the fights of the little guys, you know, Victor Hugo says little men are giants too. And so when you find the little giants, you know, you got to be able to deal with it. And the excitement that they created with the Amir fight with Maldonado, it was great. And when you see Santa Cruz, great. That's what is exciting, you know what I mean? People are, they come to see the big punch, you know what I mean? They see the knockout, but when they see that type of exchange, it is something kind of wonderful. SKD in the vernacular. Look at it.
Here you go. Question. Mr. King, can we see more of the cooperation between you and Oscar De La Hoya putting future shows together?
Yes, the Golden Boy, he's young and coming on. I'm old and going on. So, you know, you're going to be able to deal with it, you know what I mean? So I think Oscar's just great. You know what I mean? If he can be able to continue to, you know, take it in and be able to educate, enlighten, up with mobility. He's doing a great job as it stands right now, but he can do a better and better job. But he's got the key ingredient, make the fighters fight for what they have to do. You know what I mean? Put the best against the best.
Any questions from Amir? So we can bring up the co-main event guys. Any more questions?
Yeah, we're going to get a comment. Well, if you're going to bring Amir up before you get the other ways in there, and I guess it's sort of to expedite things. I'm not going to expedite things. You know, I'm going to work with the people to be so that you're educated to know what it is that we're talking about. Right now, this young man that's sitting beside me is the young master. He's demonstrated that now several times on Showbox, and now on Showtime Championship Boxing. You know what I mean? He's proven it. They literally forced me to take this guy. They didn't know that we'd take anybody. You know, no matter where he come from, who he is, where he is, if a fighter can fight, he must be able to get out there and demonstrate that to the public. And so, after taking him, you know what I mean, and I actually was reluctant, I was just happy that they had brought the best they could find to put against this young man. And he proved to be that, because he was tenacious, he was aggressive, he's strong, you know what I mean? But that gave the young master the opportunity, the chance to be able to demonstrate to friend and poor alike why they named him the young master. I mean, they can always get claim from Joe Gans and all those had the records of yesteryear that were terrific fighters with amazing ability. But this man, this young man here, is trying to make his way, and there were so many doubters, and there still are, you know what I mean? But you know, convince a man against his will to be of the same opinion still. So what we want you to do is see with your own eyes. You know what I mean? So it's demonstrable that when you find a fighter with this type of talent and ability, give him his due. You know, all you got to do is keep his head sound, his feet on the ground, and he can ascend to the heavens to become a people's champion, which is the most important thing a fighter can do. Fight for the glory of the people. It's incidental that you get paid when you have the support of the people that you are putting your talent in front of. So I want to bring this young man up there, and not only that, he's articulate. Yes, he ain't just that done up, you know what I mean? He can talk, and I want you to be able to recognize and appreciate the fact that the young master is destined for greatness. You know what I mean? And the only rival that he has is the young master. You know what I mean? So the rest of it, you can go. Yes, we're going to bring him up there. See, this is golden. This is what I'm talking about. They're in a hurry. You got to be able to let them understand so that people can be able to deal with it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because if people have paid their money, the writers have got to have a story. You know what I mean? Not just jumping out and putting stuff out in the paper. You want to have a background where you can give a groundswell of public opinion and support. Without further ado, let me bring up this dynamic, this just terrific fighter. But more than that, he's humble, he believes in God, and he loves the people. Come on up here, Amir.
First of all, I want to thank Don King, man, MGM and Showtime for giving me this opportunity, and I would love to fight at the MGM once again. A lot of fighters like me don't get a chance at this big stage, and I got this chance and I showed out, you know. And I plan on putting on great shows every time I fight for you guys. I want to thank my coaches, Stacy, Jamel, Messiah, Boxer Trevor, for getting me in dog shape, man, ready for this fight, and I'm fighting for you guys, man. I'm ready to put on a show for anybody. And I told you, like, KO Cartel in the building, man. With the knockdown, I was turning, and he went on the outside of my shot, and he caught me on the chin with a good shot. And, you know, champions bounce back, though. And, you know, I get up and finish the fight how I finished it. And gave you guys a great show, man.
Here over here. Question regarding the strategies you put together to make this successful. As you were coming through the fight, did you find any difficulty getting to the inside of this guy?
To get inside on the guy?
Yeah.
Not really, no.
He was a crafty type of fighter.
Yeah, every southpaw give you trouble when you're right-handed, but you know, you got to figure them out in the ring, and I did that. I figured them out.
My next question is this. There's plenty of guys in the weight division. Which one do you want to fight next?
I just want to be champion, man. I'm willing to fight anybody that got a championship. and I want to fight the best.
And then unify. So don't
And
be
then unify.
Any other?
He gave Muhammad Ali a present. He gave a semblance of the rope-a-dope so he could go out there and let Ali know that he never forgot. And with the rope-a-dope, he took him out. You know what I mean? So that's all these things. You got to look at every point that he did while he was ascending the stars to heaven.
Hey, congratulations on your win. I want to know, were you comfortable on the ropes? Did you lay on the ropes a lot? He caught you a couple times. Were you comfortable?
Oh yeah, man. That's what I'm best at. Some people don't know that though. I rope-a-doped him and he fell into it and got him out of there.
Any other questions? Young master? Thank you.
Thank you.
Champions, 2-division world champion, undefeated. He got the knockout again. You heard him in the ring. He wants to fight the best. He asked Golden Boy and his management, get him the big fights. Maris, Rigondeaux, Scott Quigg, Frampton. We're going to do that. He wants it. He gets it. Ladies and gentlemen, the WBC world champion, Leo Terremoto Santa Cruz.
First of all, I want to say thank you to all the media and all the people for being here. And I'm just happy for this victory tonight. I did what I had to do. I came out and finished the fight when I had to finish it. It was a tough fight. Like I said, he came to win and he came prepared, but we came more prepared than him and we give it our best in the ring. Primeramente, muchas gracias a toda la media, a toda la gente que me ha estado apoyando. Nomás que nosotros vinimos bien preparados para dar una gran pelea. El rival también vino bien preparado, pero nosotros vinimos mejor que él. Dimos lo que pudimos arriba del ring y estamos dispuestos y estamos listos para pelear con los mejores, con Ángel Mares, con Frampton, Quick, con el que sea. Nomás que mi promotor, mi manager, lleguen a un acuerdo con ellos y estamos dispuestos con el que sea.
Leo, were you surprised that Ruiz gave you such a difficult, it seemed like it was maybe a little more difficult fight than going in, but I mean, the man had a lot of heart. Were you a little surprised, or did you just stick with the game plan and keep working?
Well, I wasn't that surprised. I knew he's a great fighter. He's been sparring with one of the best going on, with Oscar Valdez. He sparred with him, they did good sparring. He got a draw with Andres Gutierrez, he's 30-0, and he got a draw with him, so that shows that he can prepare. And he even said in the conference that he came to win, that he was so confident that he was going to win, so that showed that he came really prepared.
Did you shift it into another gear later in like round 7? You seemed to pick it up even more, and that was really what shook him up to, totally.
Yeah, no, my dad told me, he said, oh, you could take out this guy. Just go out there, give me your best shots, and go out there, and that's what I did. I heard him, and I went on top of him.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Leo, you talked about wanting to fight either Mares or Guillermo Rigondeaux. What are you going to do to try and make one of those two fights happen? You talked to your promoter, your manager, what?
Yeah, we telling them already we want those big fights. We're going to tell my manager, my promoter, to hopefully if they can make those fights, we're going to keep pushing them until hopefully one day they make them.
Neil, talk about the cut, and you think will it affect you? You say you're looking for the fight with Martin. Do you think it'll probably...
No, I don't think it'll affect me. It's just a little headbutt. The cut is not that big, and I don't need no stitches or anything. I think it'll heal really fast, and we'll be ready for the March fight.
Hey Leo, congratulations for the win.
Thank you.
You said you talked to your promoters. What did they tell you when you asked? Did you actually ask them to to fight Guillermo Rigo or Abner Mares? And what did they say? What was the response?
Yeah, no, I asked them and I told them I wanted those fights, and they said they were gonna work for those fights. They're gonna work and try to get Robert Diaz. He knows.
Look, right now, obviously the main event got done with a very few weeks ago, right? So we couldn't have expected Leo to be fighting the Mares, the Rigondeaux, Scott Quigg, or Frampton in a few weeks. You need to promote that. Now we have time. He's asked for it. We're going to talk to management on behalf of Oscar and Golden Boy. That's what we want. We want the big fights for all of you and the fans. That's what he wants. So there shouldn't be a holdup. I know the networks will buy it and you guys will want to ride it, right?
Any more questions? Go ahead, Doc.
Talk about the strategy fighting this guy. I mean, he was, you know, he was a tough crook, and you hung in there. Tell us about what was going through your mind as you were progressing through that fight.
No, we wanted to give a great fight. We could have moved and we could have boxed him, but I wanted to give the fans a great fight. I wanted to give it a war, and we were staying right there in front of each other. And my dad said you can finish him. Little by little, you're gonna be work the body and the top, and you're gonna end up finishing him, and that's what we did.
Any other questions for the camp? Leo, did you feel his body punches?
Yeah, he got me some good fighting punches too. He got me with some good ones, but never to hurt me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody. Give it up for Leo. And obviously his trainer, his father, Señor Santa Cruz. Un aplauso.
I don't know what, yeah, I don't know. I use that kind of camera.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy and honored to be working with such a great kid. Cesar the Great Quiñones. I know you guys were able to see his intelligence. You know, he's a boxer puncher. He's original, you know, he writes with his left hand, he's left-handed, but he fights orthodox, and he fights both, really, as you saw him switch. So I'm very happy with his performance, and I know you're going to see a lot more of him in the future. So it's something that you guys have to be ready for. Cesar the Great Quiñones. I'm very happy with what he's done. Primeramente quiero darle gracias a todos ustedes por estar aquí. Yo sé que miraron hoy a César el Gran Quiñones y dio un gran boxeo, la inteligencia que carga él, el boxeo. Él es una persona que es zurda, pero escribe con la mano izquierda, pero pelea como con el lado derecho. Y es más, puede pelear con las dos maneras. Y estoy bien contento con lo que hizo hoy, y yo sé que van a haber mucho más en el futuro, y estamos bien contentos. Y con eso digo, that saying, I want to call up, you know, the future of boxing here in Las Vegas, Nevada, Cesar the Great Quiñones.
I just want to thank God, first of all, for giving me this opportunity in Golden Boy as well to display my talents. I don't know what else to say. I'm glad I got the victory. I'm happy I'm working with Fernando Vargas and Sevilla Casamayor. It's the Mexican style and the Cuban style, so we're ready to do work. Do you guys have any questions? Alright, the first round, he got me with some good shots, and on both sides of my head, and I was like, oh, okay, it feels way different. It's not the same with the headgear. So then I had to keep my hands up, and I just use my jab, and just went to work.
How old are you, son?
I just turned 20 about 2 weeks ago, on the 2nd. I get that a lot.
What's your hometown?
I'm from here, from Las Vegas.
This is your hometown?
Nah, but I was born in Chicago, well, Melrose Park, Illinois. This is about 30 minutes outside of Chicago. So, but I've been here my whole life, and this is where I started boxing, so this is my home.
All right.
there. While we're waiting on the heavyweights, and I probably will repeat this when they're here, but the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. You know what I mean? So you have to be able to deal with whatever it is, however it is. You get knocked down, you get back up, dust yourself off, get back in the game. It was a great heavyweight fight, you know what I mean? And you got to be able to deal with that. When you lose, Ali lost, was the greatest of all times. You have to be able to deal with that, you know what I mean? So Foreman lost, you know. Norton, every one of them, they were great. They have to, in fact, you have to taste that bittersweet taste of defeat, and then be able to reconcile with yourself, you know what I mean? What you have to do is the tenacity, the dedication, the commitment that's in the pursuit of excellence. You have to be able to reconnoiter the area and deploy your forces and attack again. So I'm excited about that, because the young man that was the champion, he'll be back. You know what I mean? But he has to get out and do what he has to do, redouble his efforts, you know what I mean? Rededicate himself in the pursuit of excellence. And so I'm very proud that he took everything that he could that the man could throw. So he demonstrated that part of courage and the valor in the light of the fight, you know what I mean? But you have to be able to fight. That's what it's about. Throw punches. You know what I mean? The Marines, when they land, you know the Marines are king. You know what I mean? It's going to be fighting from all sides and all ways. So that's what's going to make a fighter, and I think this champion now will come back again and really be able to do what he can do and do it best. So it's just a thrill for me. But the most important part is how the people enjoy the show. And that's what really counts to any promoter or any fighter. You're fighting for yourself, but the glory of recognition and acknowledgement. You know what I mean? And this is what has happened here tonight. And the MGM brand is alive, you know what I mean? And it's what they got to be with good people, the Golden Boys, and any promoters that come in, they got to put on fights that is not preordained. You know what I mean? When you have a fight, you got to be able to deal with it. And that means coming from anywhere, extemporaneously, to be able to deal with what has to be dealt with. So I'm very happy. So the show is, as a whole, is a show. Disappointment on my side, you know, which I have to congratulate Golden Boy and their young stallion. He was fantastic. You know what I mean? So he had fun, and that's what it counts. Muhammad Ali taught me that you gotta have fun, and it's, you know, this is his birthday. So happy birthday, Muhammad! It's just great, you know what I mean, that you were here in this game, and we got a chance to share with you, you know, your life, and it was, how would we say, in emulating and imitating some of the courageous things you did in your stand for the people's rights to be vindicated by the United States Supreme Court. I think that was right marvelous, you know what I mean? At the height of his career, no one can really say how good Ali was, because 4 years he was in exile. And in that 4 years, at the height of his career, you don't know what he could have, would have, should have done, but what he did after the 4 years was so phenomenal that he's legendary. Can't get around it. So you will never be able to equate and analyze how good this man truly was. And so his birthday is the day we celebrate it, and it's about boxing, you know, along with the other champions that were born in January. But it's a thrill to me to see him, and he's still here, and be able to deal with his history. You know what I mean? What he stood for, how he fought for the benefit of the little man, you know what I mean? So it's really good when you have a country where you can do that and then get vindicated, you know, at the end of the day. So it's really fantastic. That's why we're waiting for them. Let's pay tribute to our great military, to the greatest country in the world. The military, the best. You know what I mean? So therefore, we should pay homage to that vanguard of our nation, those who put themselves in harm's way to protect the freedoms and liberties that we enjoy today. And we must be honest, because what they do in exalting them to put themselves in harm's way, when they come home as wounded warriors, they come home as veterans that have been heroic.
We're going the other direction, but obviously the crowd several times chanted USA, USA. Do you think that bodes well for the boxing crowd, the fact that you had people, you know, in the U.S. getting behind the American fighter and chanting him on that way?
Yes, you know, I think, but here's a guy, it's just a difference of environment and circumstances. USA was really fitting and proper for either of them, because here's this man lived in Las Vegas for 11 years. You know what I mean? He just didn't change his title, you know what I mean? So what's in the word? You know what I mean? That's what Shakespeare said, what's in the name? a rosemary, any other name was smelling sweet. So, you know what I mean? But that USA was music to my ears, Mr. Kevin Alvey. You know what I mean? It was something that is something kind of beautiful, you know what I mean, when you hear it. And you see them going with the college games and the football games and all of the different things, and they holler USA, USA, you know what I mean? You really didn't know which one was USA and which wasn't. I know, although Deontay was born in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, you know what I mean? So it's the thing here is that it did have a thrill, and that thrill of victory was ringing loud and clear, you know what I mean? And so we bore witness to a heavyweight champion who just had you know, an aberration from the north. So we have to get him back in the line, you know, and reclaim the glory of yesteryear when he took out our Oriole, you know. So this is the thing that we have to go, but you're absolutely right, Kevin. When that say USA, that just sparks the thing in everyone of this great nation, you know what I mean?
An ability to promote him, whoever is promoting him, and in his fighting in the ring.
I think he's you know, in the vernacular SKD, something kind of different. He's wonderful. Here's a young man that uses dexterity, his lateral movement, you know what I mean, and his power, and he did it expeditiously. He did not, you know, he would pause and hit, and then he even went into the Ali shuffle, you know what I mean? So he brings that glamour, that excitement that people can attach themselves to become involved. You know what I mean? At the same time, you know what I mean, he's having fun. And that's one of the secrets of the business in heavyweight boxing, you know what I mean? When you got in, you got the power, you got to be able to get in there and really stay there, but have fun doing it. And so, one thing he did, he proved his ability, and he's going to grow, he's going to get better as he goes along. And so, it's a thing there that I think there's going to be a lot of excitement in the heavyweight division, and you just have to be able to keep him functioning and fighting the best. You know what I mean? Because if you don't, you know, that too, you know, because he's a promoter in himself, and I love him for that. He's a promoter's promoter. He's a promoter's dream, I should say, because he go out and he talks to the people and he gets them, you know, addicted to him. So, hey, I thought that guy did a terrific job.
Would you encourage a unification fight so we could have one heavyweight champion in the world?
Yes, that should be done, but I think it should be done on the terms of a level playing field. I know they would all say he should go ahead and fight a guy named Klitschko. I think he should build himself because he don't have to be dependent upon, but he wants to acquiesce to one title to be able to prove that. But if you dealt with the Klitschko at this particular juncture, they would want to, you know, overpower whatever you want to do with him because they say he's just young, he just made it. You know what I mean? If you're going to be 50-50 down the line, it's okay. But you know, if I was promoting him, this man has got a conversation that is addictive, and it's a contagion. And I would fight with everybody and anybody, so he would become the, you know, the power of the negotiation. You know, then I would go there, but I certainly would encourage fight going into unifying the title. And that's what makes it really great. He's a WBC, and the WBC should be extremely proud, you know, to have an upset in this type of manner from a champ to take the throne and to be able to come and bring the people together and have a card. That's a WBC card with Miramont and all of these young guys fighting, and that guy Santa Cruz that just left here. Fantastic show, you know what I mean? And that's what we really want, and it makes things happen.
Relevant in the heavyweight division.
You know, sit down.
He had a very tough night, let's be honest.
You gotta let's sit down and talk to him, and he will, you know, with love, you know what I mean? Not with animosity and all that kind of stuff. The best of them lose. That's why I open up, and which I will open up again when you get here, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Defeat is a motivator to a champion. Defeat is an inspiration to a champion. You know what I mean? Because if everything went picture perfect, you know, then you will never do nothing. You become lackadaisical. You become where you know, one thing to another, you don't want to do it. So he's got to rededicate himself, redouble his efforts, you know, take, you know, a reassessment, you know what I mean? And then work hard at doing it. Just as, you know, Mozart, Tchaikovsky, and Chopin have to play piano keys, if we could live like they played white and black together in a melody that's everlasting, we would have a greater country than we have today. You know what I mean? So I love to listen to them play, and they do things that is so amazing. Black and white working in harmony. You know what I mean? Coming out with the thrill. And brown, yellow. Yeah, listen, for all the keys, but the piano keys which we're talking about, because the brown falls in with the black. You don't have to worry about that. You know what I mean? You in the black, baby, you ain't got to worry about what that is, you know, because they got it by degree. When they're working at the divisiveness and hostility and alienation, they do it by degrees, you know, but he's still in, you know what I mean? So you got to be able to deal with that, you know what I mean? But the idea is, when you redouble your efforts, you dedicate yourself, and take us, you know, a reassessment. You know, you don't give in, don't give up, and don't quit. You know, the victory is yours. The memory of Muhammad is to stand up to the world at the time when you can make $100 million or more, and refuse to take the money based upon the principle that we all look forward to in our Constitution and in our country. That is something you should remember him for, because the conscientious objector, and as you know, we get kind of infuriated when you're talking about the military and you don't step across that line. You're really saying you ain't going to fight for the country that's giving you all the benefits and opportunities in the land of opportunity. So he did his thing, and he was in exile for 4 years, only to be vindicated by the same people that were condemning him and excoriating him, you know what I mean, had to come back and say, hey, this guy, and that's what made him even more, because the ones who didn't like him and hated him, and the ones who supported him, you know what I mean, they came together, you know, and it was a homogeneous type of relationship then. You had what they call R-E-S-P-E-C-T, respect, and that's all any of us want is respect, you know, and it's very hard to come by. You know what I mean? So I love Muhammad for that.
Hey Don, can you tell the story when you were in the bathroom and Aram came into Ali's apartment to negotiate a fight? Can you explain exactly what happened on that?
Yes, I was up on Park Avenue somewhere in the apartments up there, you know, in the building, and Aram came in to try to make his pitch. Well, you know, Aram's a nice guy. I call him Lonesome Bob. You know what I mean? And he's an integral part of my career, because I never would have known how good I was if I didn't have a Bob Aram. You know what I mean? And so you'd have to tell me, you know what I mean? And even though I've been castigated, vilified, character assassinated, you know what I mean? I stand proud for this great nation that's born one man indivisible with liberty and justice for all. We ain't got that yet. You know, what they say and what we exalt, they must consider the woman and people of color, even when they're brown, yellow, flat, whatever they are. And that's what we cease to do. You know what I mean? We feel that the purity interest is always much stronger because people don't want to get involved when they think it ain't them. But how many times have we seen that happen when you're involved or you want to be involved or not? Give the women their rights. Give the women their rights and give people of color their rights. Those two are denied. And so he had his opportunity, you know what I mean, in the land of opportunity. And when I came out of the bathroom when he left the apartment, we signed the deal. You know what I mean? So, you know, go to it. Don't give in, you know. You're in it to win. You can't give in, you can't give up, and you can't quit. And victory is yours. You know what I mean? But you ain't gonna get that victory if you don't get out there and stay the course. Okay, here comes the champion, the new champion of the world. Okay, let me talk about it. And then I put the ice
What
on.
a better way to celebrate a birthday of an American icon, a legend, the greatest, Muhammad Ali, by bringing back the world title to America. To be exact, to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you, and the new world champion, WBC, Deontay, the Bronx Bomber Wilder. A very, very special day, not only for the Americans, but for Golden Boy Promotions.
Congratulations, Deontay. Like I said, I'm accident. The man fought a very, very good fight. He was phenomenal in his movement and his thinking and how he calculated. So we welcome America with a great fight and a great champion, the new heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Wilder.
He just slipped the card. You take it off.
And we got old Shelly people there. Old Shelly, a rascal.
How y'all guys doing? I just want to say, what a night, man. What a night. What a fight. I don't think I could have had a better opponent for me tonight. You know, Bermane was a true champion. You know, he could take a nice punch. You know, he was very tough, and he was the right man for me. He was the right man for the fans. You know, he was the right man that so many questions was you know, leading about me. Can Deontay do so many things? Can he go around? Can he take a punch? And I think I proved everything tonight, you know. And not only did I prove it, I proved it in great fashion. And I had fun with it, you know. So, man, it's just, I'm so excited to see what's next for me, to bring the belt back to America. You know, now you finally got a sight in American heavyweight that's natural, you know. Got nice charisma. Good looking, of course. Nice smile. You know, I'm super excited, man. I thank y'all guys for being there and witnessing this greatness, you know. And Tuscaloosa, oh my God. Alabama, we turned up tonight, huh? I couldn't ask for nothing better, you know. It was a wonderful, magical night, and I'm ready to do it again. You know, many people didn't know, you know, I came in this fight handicapped. You know, I came in this fight with one eye, and I fought with one hand. I injured my eye late last night, so I had one eye, but nobody knew it, though. I had to fake it. I had to bluff it. Sometimes life get hard like that sometimes in life, and sometimes you have to bluff and just keep going. I think I heard my hand around about the 4th or 5th round, but nobody could tell. He still couldn't tell, you know. But that's what a true champion is all about, you know, going through the hurt and pain and still getting through the fight, you know. And like I said, I couldn't ask for a better opponent, man. And I think he's going to come back strong, and it ain't the last thing you heard of Bermane Stiverne. So I just like to thank him for the challenge, and may God bless him on his journey.
We thank you.
Anybody have any questions? There you go.
Deontay, you talk about answering those questions. How gratifying is it for you to stand here now, having answered those questions and hearing them for so long?
You know, I feel great. You know, it's like a relief, not for me, but for the people. You know, because we always told people, I know what I could do. I think the hard work is done in training, in camp, and stuff like that. I tell people, come on, I'm an elite athlete. You think I just trained for 4 rounds? You know, you know, we have so many guys that come in, try to rip my head off in sparring, and they do a great job of it. You know, just come, they fresh every time they get in. You know, I'm an elite athlete, and I take boxing serious. This is my job, you know. I take it very serious. And, you know, I understood where people was coming from when they had those questions, because they never seen me do it. So, I mean, so everybody doubted me, like, can he do it? But, like, I didn't have no one give a question of, I believe he could do it. You know, everybody just was negative. And, you know, can he take a punch, or can he go around, you know? Which, now y'all know. So.
Can he box?
Can I box? I think I put a lot of combinations together tonight and had fun. You know, how many heavyweights you see in shape like me? And I put my stamp down on it. I think I'm the best. I'm the best in shape heavyweight in the world. You know, yes, sir.
Oh, Shelly was like, oh, Shelly was like, this is for real.
That'll definitely be a fight I'm interested in. You know, I got other plans I want to do. In my perfect world, I'm gonna tell y'all my perfect world plan. If and when Klitschko fight Jennings, I think that fight will happen. That eliminate my mandatory. I wanna defending with Tyson Fury, and end the year out with Klitschko, a unification bout with Klitschko. I think that'll be a hell of a year. So if that's going to happen, we don't know. Many things happen in boxing. Everybody already knows some fights been made, some fights don't, some fights take time. That's just a part of business, but in my perfect world, that's what I want to happen.
Deontay, congratulations. You fought a terrific fight. Can you tell us what Bermane was saying to you throughout most of the fight? He was talking a lot of trash.
Yeah, he was telling me, you can't hit, that didn't hurt, you're getting tired, I'm on the ropes, come and hit me. You know, different little things like that, which the more he talked, the more there was an indication that I was harming him, I was hurting him. So the more he talked, you know, I was like, keep talking, you know, and I was, you know, it made it interesting for me because I like a guy that can take a whooping and still talk and still take more whooping. So, you know, it made it exciting, and like I said, I couldn't ask for a better opponent to prove to the world what I could do. You know, I couldn't ask for a better guy.
Hey Deontay, congratulations. Deontay's Boxing Nation, BoxingTalk.com. I want to ask you, how many times do you think you hurt him in the fight, and did he ever hurt you, even if it was slightly?
I think I hurt him quite a few times in the fight. But, like I said, he was a true champion because even though he was hurt, he got a nice chin. You know, he could take a great punch, and that's why I felt like he was the right guy for me, you know, because he didn't want to give up his title. He didn't want to, you know, even though I had him hurt at times, you know, I can't go out like this, you know, and he showed you the toughness that he had, and I couldn't ask for a better opponent, and of course he didn't hurt me at all, you know. I proved to people I can take a punch and smile, taking it, and keep going.
Now you're the first American to win a heavyweight title in 8 years. To have both of those accomplishments, do you view it more for yourself, or do you view it like, yeah, it's partly for your country?
Did I do it more for?
I mean, you have those two accomplishments that have nationalistic implications, and I'm wondering, in your mind, do you think of it as it was for me and that's like a bonus, or do you also have a thought that, hey, I did it for my country also?
Well, Dan, I'm a type of person that I don't like to shine in the spotlight for myself. I feel like if I do it for someone else, then it means more. I feel like when I start doing stuff for myself, I feel selfish then, you know. I'm a type of person that got a big heart, and I'm a type of person that want to see the world be a better world, you know. So if I could do anything for somebody else, that when I get my joy, that's when my big heart come out. So I not only do it for myself, I do it for everybody.
How are you going to celebrate? I'm not sure what you plan to do next. I don't think you have an actual mandatory right now because that is a situation not geared up because the guy that is your mandatory is probably going to end up fighting Vladimir Klitschko in April. But I'm wondering your thoughts about, not next necessarily, but eventually a showdown with Vladimir to unify all the belts, a guy that you've been in the camp with. What are your thoughts about that fight?
Well, I think out of the performance I put on tonight, I think everybody, that would be of course that's going to be the biggest fight in the world, you know. And when that time comes, we'll handle it. But I'm looking forward to that fight. I think that's one of the fights that will be made. I think he wants the WBC belt, as he said many times back in the family, and now that I have it, and you know, and I'm a silent heavyweight as well. He's a silent heavyweight. Two big guys going at it. It's nothing like two big giants going at it, you know. And I think that's going to be a great fight when it happens. I'm not going to say if, I say when it happens.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Deontay. You told your daughter that you would become a world champion. Have you spoken with her tonight?
She better be in bed. But, I haven't spoken with her tonight. You know, for Christmas I bought her an iPod so she can FaceTime me or text message me. She's only 9, so I didn't want to get the phone thing, you know. But I'm looking forward to seeing if she got a message on me because I know she was watching. She had the best seat in the house at the house, you know. She knows a lot. She knows what's going on. She's been in boxing since she was 1 year old, and so she definitely knows what's going on. So I'm looking forward to wrapping that belt around her. I'm gonna say Sophia beat Nair. Football was a big deal back then. It still is. So I always had planned for playing football or basketball, of course, definitely. That was my first love, football or basketball. I didn't know which, you couldn't separate me from the two. But, you know, sometimes when you have a plan, God have another plan for you, and this is what my plan God had for me.
Congratulations. Congratulations.